In this video, you are going to learn how to keep your email list healthy by sending your cold subscribers a re-engagement sequence. I'm Jason Resnick of NurtureKit, NurtureKit.co, and if you haven't yet watched the first video in this, I'll link it up in a card as well as in the description below. Go ahead and do so, because in that video you define your cold subscribers based on 3 questions to answer. Now, I'm going to walk you through inside of ConvertKit how to set up a visual automation and a sequence to re-engage your cold subscribers. But before I do that, I want to highlight for you by showing you that you don't want to just solely rely on the ConvertKit cold subscriber segment to send out your emails for this re-engagement campaign. I went a lot more in depth on why you don't want to do this in the first video, so definitely go ahead and check that out. Now, this segment of cold subs is really just matching all of the cold subscribers on this list. Now, this list is almost 35,000 people, and so you could see that this is actually quite significant. It's almost half. However, we took into consideration the 3 criteria: how often you're sending the emails, what segments these subscribers are in, what sort of automations that they are going through at this given time. We actually went through and we tagged subscribers as engaged if we knew that we wanted to keep them on the list and not get this campaign. We didn't want to define those as cold subscribers. So with that being said, this over 12,000 subscribers is actually going to whittle down quite significantly, because we're going to grab those that are engaged and add that to the segment. So now you can see that there's just over 4,500. So as you can see, you don't want to rely solely on the cold subscribers, but you want to take into consideration those 3 aspects. So go watch that first video. Now, with that being said, let's dive into the visual automation to actually send out this sequence. So let's dive in and we'll open up the re-engagement subscriber automation. Now, this is a shared automation, which you can go ahead and click the link below and get this, which will actually pull in the sequence of 3 emails as well, which I'll walk you through here in a second. So the first thing is when you define your cold segment, you then want to take a bulk action on that cold segment and apply this tag, this driver tag for start re-engagement. Then I go ahead and I apply the D&D tag, or the do not disturb tag. And this is just so that I don't send off emails that are my broadcasts to people that are in sequences or automations that I don't want them to be disrupted on. I also set a custom field of re-engage to no. And this is going to also change to yes once they actually are re-engaged, so that we can then know if this subscriber has gone through this already once before. And then we'll send off the re-engagement sequence, which I'll get to in just a quick second. That's 3 emails over the course of, I would say, about 5 or 6 days. Then we're going to just wait 3 days, because inside of that sequence of emails, we actually just want them to click. That's it. So when we send out that final email, we'll give them a few days to actually click on the link that we tell them to click on. And then we move forward and we basically say, if they have the custom field of re-engaged matched to yes, great. If they don't, then let's just unsubscribe them. However, if they click a link inside of the sequence itself, they will get this re-engaged tag applied to them. And what this will do is pull the person through. So if they click on a link in email 1, they won't get email 2 or 3. And then we set that re-engaged custom field to yes. And then we actually just do a count as well. We increase a count so that we know how many times somebody has gone through this sequence. And then we remove the start re-engagement tag, which is the driver tag that starts this whole automation, because we may want to put them through this again. And then we remove the re-engage tag as well, because we may want to put them through this again. And then finally, we remove the D&D tag, and away they go, and they're considered re-engaged. Now, let me go back up here and talk about the sequence itself, because there's psychology in here. As I said, we want people to click on the link and consider themselves re-engaged. You want to create links that are extremely valuable. They could be your best content. They could be recent content. So we're going to define each link as a link trigger, which basically passes them to a URL. It could be a blog post. It could be a podcast. It could be video. It doesn't matter really what it is, but we want to tag those subscribers with re-engage. So all these 3 links will be trigger links. Now, I like to be pretty straightforward in these emails, and you're going to see that in a second, but I will say, like, hey, it's been a little while since you've opened up any of my emails, since you've clicked on any of the emails. I will actually tell them exactly why they're getting this email in the first place. The second email is more of the same, but maybe even more so. So I've used this to give away something that is normally paid for. I've used this for buy one, get one free offers. I've used this for any different things. Really just a really good value, because I want them to get re-engaged. Now, I've also used this to just give 3 or 5 more pieces of content as well. Now, you may say, but Jay, I don't understand. Like, I can't give away a product that is free. Well, you can, because I'll be honest, if you're sending the proper segment through this, the likelihood of them actually seeing this email is pretty low in the first place. And if you get them to click on the link, well, that's all that really matters. And so this will be a trigger link that will apply the re-engage tag for this one and this one. And then finally, as I said, I'm pretty straightforward. I want them to know what's going to happen. So in this email, should I unsubscribe you? This is the subject line, right? So starting to take the hint, you're not interested in hearing from me, but I don't want to create any more noise from you. Since you haven't been checking out my emails, I'll go ahead and take you off the list and this is liquid code for 3 days from now. So that's the delay. So when they land in the inbox, they know that 3 days from now or tomorrow or whenever they decide to check on it, that I'm going to be removing them from the email. But if you still do want to hear from me, then click this link below, which again is a trigger link that applies the tag of re-engaged. Now, as I said, you can grab this, and this is dynamic. So it's going to take whatever today is and add 3 days to it, and it's going to say Friday. In my case right now, at the time of this recording, it is Tuesday. So it will say on Friday, I will unsubscribe you. And so that is the truth, right? So wait 3 days, unsubscribe if they're not considered re-engaged. So now you have a way to prune your list and keep your list healthy while keeping the deliverability of your emails landing in your subscribers' inbox nice and reliable. If this was helpful, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so and click that bell icon so that you get notified the next time a new video drops. And when you treat your email lists like humans, amazing transformations will happen.